Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Erich Concept 1. This is a Tier 9 German collector medium. It's a vehicle that is absolutely overpowered by every sense of the word. It has mobility, it has good DPM, it has fantastic accuracy for what it is, because this is a 500 alpha derp tank. Now, the accuracy is not great. It's 0.37 base, but because Refined Gun gives such a big buff, it actually allows this tank to have 0.32. And not only that, but because this vehicle has fairly good aiming time, well, it's usually pretty well aimed in. So, here we go. Let's use our speed boost, and we're going to start this game by getting to the crossing. I'm going to go this route because our RAAC is probably going to get in my way, and I'd rather not deal with another teammate. So let's move right into this bush, right? Actually, no, we don't even need to move into the bush. We can just full send it all the way into the corner. I'm really not worried about any of the enemy vehicles shooting me. We can go all the way over here and figure out what the best play is. CS59, I cannot believe this player is actually crossing because that's a very, very poor play. Minus 553 into that player. We reload again and minus 467. Bye-bye. There you go. That's why this tank is overpowered. Now, oh, there it is. There it is. Nice job, brother. Doesn't matter how good you are at the game when you get people like that. I mean, what are you supposed to do to counter some random bozo YOLOing you? What I can do is aim in on the SU-100M1 and deal 520 damage into that player, and then aim in again and deal another 425. And what was a full health tank now has 255 hit points. That's good for the game. What's annoying is that my LT432 has decided that he doesn't want to help me anymore. Like, brother, what are we doing? Just support me. It's not that hard to help your teammate out, my guy. Because now I have the 53 TP over here, who might YOLO over the ridgeline, and I still have very, very little support. But what I can do is back up right over here, and there you go. Nice 570 damage into the 53. And let's see. Almost, but no cigar. Either way, 15 more seconds. We'll have some damage for this 252. Our team's going to bleed those players out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Alright, I'm going to stop counting because it's probably annoying. But what we will do is push to the flat lower plate of this 252, get a 519 damage shell, reload, and another 467. And there you go, 3,500 damage dealt. A super, super easy victory, and a great showcase of why this vehicle is so absolutely dumb. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why 1,000 damage in 5 seconds on a medium tank is a little stupid. So there you go. Top in the team. We even had an IS-6 that did 0 damage. Ooh, what a skilled player. But doesn't stop us from destroying the enemy. Now, what I will say about this tank is that I've seen a lot of people play it wrong. The Erich Concept 1 is not a frontline vehicle. While it does have some turret armor, and it does have a really scary gun at the end of the day, its downsides are still very prominent. DPM-wise, it's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. What exactly do I mean? Well, it's got about 2,300 damage per minute. That is good against Tier 8 mediums, which have about 2,300 average DPM. But against Tier 10s, it's actually quite mediocre to bad. Tier 10 mediums like the E50M can have 33 to 3,500 DPM. The AMX 30V, which is considered pretty mid, still has over 3,200 DPM, even using Cali. The problem is that you're basically sitting at almost 1,000 less damage per minute than the average Tier 10 medium. So even if you deal a lot of damage, it's also very common to miss one of your shots, only deal 500, maybe even low roll it, and then a medium will just rush you and absolutely demolish your tank. So that is something you have to keep in mind, that enemy mediums can still violate you, especially the M48 Patton and E50M, because they have stupid reactive armor. This tank is only dangerous to an extent, and that extent is that other tanks can be just as scary. For example, that enemy Bat Chat does the same clipping potential as me, and with Shell Reload Boost, it does it in the same amount of time, actually less. So, again, just because this tank is overpowered does not mean you can't get rushed, it doesn't mean you can't have a bad game. You definitely need to keep in mind about when you're driving this vehicle, how aggressive you should play it, because if you don't play it right, you're going to fall apart super quickly. Now, what we're going to do in the beginning of this battle is use our speed boost, and we're going to make this crossing up here. And the reason why is because we should be able to, you know, hopefully get some bleeds out. There you go. We got the enemy 777. Not able to get a shell into that player. Do they have any slow heavies? Not really. That's unfortunate for me. We got the Regressor. We got the 777. They do have a 183 and Jagdpanzer. We have the 50B spotted right there. Okay. Oh, there you go. We got the enemy Jagdpanzer spotted as well. Interesting. All right, well, let's see if that Jag decides to cross it, or what that Jag ends up doing. Let's see. There's the enemy Jagdpanzer. Nice engine deck shot. 500 damage right into his vehicle. Is the 50B going to poke? I don't know. Got the 777 up top. Got the Masterclass on the flank. We got the 183 who just shot. And come on, 50B, give me your haul. I don't think we're gonna get it. Oh, we do have the Regressor though, which I'm so close to being able to get a shell into. The only way I can hit that Regressor is if he backs up though, which, perfect. Just like that, we do get a nice 520 damage shell out. Okay, not bad. We've done 1,020 damage. We haven't really bled any health ourselves, and we reload for 10 more seconds. Now what I'm really hoping is that we can get some damage into this Regressor. If we reposition all the way over here, oh, well, maybe not. We do have the 50B in the back. Let's see what that 50B's game plan is. Okay, well, if you're just going to sit in the open, I'll get a free shot into you. Gonna back up. See if we can get a shell into the boss Chatillon. This player's gonna run, and boom, 489 damage. Sweet. Okay, that's all good. The enemy light tank is taken out. 50B made some very, very poor plays. That player's basically done, and we should have a pretty good win at this point. I didn't really do anything crazy in this game, but we also really weren't given the opportunity to. I mean, I could have played a bit more aggressive, but I didn't need to. There's the enemy Char, and boom, 510. Does that Char want to fight me? Aiming, aiming, aiming. Boom, 441. See, that's where this tank is stupid. Because, like, how do you counter that? That's the question you have to ask yourself, you know? You don't. You just don't counter it. You're in that Char, you get shot once, and you start backing up. You think to yourself, oh, I just got hit for 500. That's a lot. And then by the time you wrap your head around what just happened, another 500 chunker just slaps right into your tank and ruins your gameplay. It's kind of insane. It's really stupid is what it is. But we're just going to move over here. We're going to take the 183 out of the game with an easy high explosive. There you have it. That's 2 wins. Not a bad start at all. We didn't do anything crazy this battle, but we still almost did 3,000 damage because, again, it's an autoloader. I'm a firm believer in the fact that, in general, autoloaders are just kind of overpowered. Why would you run a single shot when you can run an autoloader? The 116F3 is a perfect example of that. The 116F3 is a tank that, well, used to kind of suck. It had a 490 alpha gun, which it still does have, but the problem with the 490 alpha gun is no matter how much alpha you have, the accuracy was so bad you'd miss half your shots, which kind of sucks. Wargaming did actually buff the accuracy on the gun, and it did make it more enjoyable. I had a pretty good game in it the other day, and it's definitely a lot more fun with the 490 than it used to be. However, they also added an auto-reloading gun, and even though the auto-reloading gun has 400 less DPM than the 490 alpha, it doesn't matter. You deal more effective damage output. You have 3 shells, 420 alpha, that's 1,260 potential damage in a matter of, like, 6-ish seconds, and that is just so much more dangerous than the damage that something like the, 490 alpha does. In 2.74 seconds with the 116, I can deal 840 damage versus 490. And when you weigh the options, it's just damage output's always better. And that's why this gun is so stupid. It's because your damage output is crazy. 500 damage per shot means I can outtrade the enemy 121B, the enemy Batchat. I can outtrade the Type 71, and depending on which gun the Waffenträger is, I can outtrade that player. I can almost even trade with the Hori. I mean, that's kind of insane when you take a second and think about it. Now, this battle, I do have to be a little bit cautious, but enemy 121B, we are spotted ourselves, and if I'm detected, I'm quite confident I know what spotted me, and it's a tank right in that bush there. Unfortunately for me, oh, it's not actually the Batchat, though. Interesting moves from the enemy players over here is what I'll say. That Batchat and Waffenträger are making some super aggressive plays. I need to flank all the way over here and keep on going, keep on going. Alright, and let's chill in this back spot. Let's see if these enemy players try to poke it. Well, they killed one of our teammates already. Interesting. That's not very good. There you go. 446 into the Batchat. 3, 2, 1. Well, that player's taken out of the game. We got the enemy Houri in the back, and let's go for a side shot. Okay. Classic Houri armor. I hate the Houri so much. There's very few tanks that I hate with a passion. The Houri is one of them. That thing's armor, everything about that tank is so freaking stupid. This is a really bad team, and I'm not sure what exactly to do. We have the enemy 121B on the flank over here, and I feel like an important play would be to take out this 121B right now, so that's exactly what I'm going to try and do. Oh, there you go, just random 183. 479 damage into that player is obviously pretty good, but still just a random 183 in the open. And our Batchat's obviously not making the right play, ignoring that 183. Let's move up over here, and let's aim it on the 183. There you go. Aha! Just slams an HE right into my vehicle. Doesn't even aim, just slams an HE for 650 damage. Well, let's head over here. Let's go wide. I'm not in a weak spot for the type right now. Yeah, this is an awful team. Sometimes, doesn't matter how good you are, when you get a team like this, you're just guaranteed a loss, and this is exactly why. We got one nice shell into the enemy 183, drive out into the open, and boom, there you go. Second nice shot, but holy bad, bruh. I mean, holy bad team. Is it winnable? Potentially, but I doubt it. This Balchation is playing terrible. Oh, yeah, the 183 did hit a pretty good shot on the enemy Batchat, though. I need to reload. 3, 2, 1. We got the Houri in the back. Let's, not have to clear that player. Is it winnable? Sure. But we'll see what happens here. Alright, there's the type. I'm going to flex all the way over this way. And we'll see what we can do. Oh, there goes my teammate getting absolutely touched. This enemy Balchation doesn't know what play to make. They're just sitting there. We got the type, which I do get a 495 into. And, nope, not able to get the second pen out. But you know what? We got one pen into that type, which is still pretty important when you think about it, because now that player is in the range of a 2-shot, which is really, really important for me. Alright, well, of course our Batchat had to die. Just had one job in life, and you had to fail at it. Oh, good job, my dude. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Nope. Good job. Good job. Crazy stuff. Alright, let's try and cross over here, and then we can wait. I'm going to pretend like I have a shot for this type, and we'll see. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now that we have some shells, I can potentially bait this type. Okay, 492. And there you go. 465. Oh, BZ does not bounce me. That sucks. We still have to reload for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Alright, we have our shots. Let's see what we can do. Is that Batchat still camping back there? Probably. Yeah, of course. Gotta make sure you spawn camp, my dude. What a freaking lame-o. Alright, well there's the enemy BZ, and not really sure exactly what I'm supposed to do right now. Let's head this way, and let's see if we can get a shell into the BZ. Oh, okay, gotta love my RNG. Oh well. Come on, burn, burn, burn. Yes! That was huge. Oh, that was absolutely huge. Alright, well, I have a feeling I know where the enemy Batchat is. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to push over here, right into this bush. like so. And nope, I tried. Oh, what? 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 How did the bat chat die? What? I don't. What? 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 Okay, we won, guys. What? I need to. What? I'm so confused. How did we win that? How did we win that, bruh? How, what, did the bat chat HE himself or something? I don't understand. Alright, let me take a look. I don't understand. I don't understand, bro. And bat chat died. Where's the bat chat? There he is. Right there. What? This is the bat chat, right? Is that my bat chat or no? Their bat chat is right there. So if I go directly in this direction, the bat chat should be right behind this building, maybe? Is this the bat chat? Oh, he's right there. What? He did HE himself. Why? Why would you HE yourself? I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe that person knows who I am. I'm so confused, bro. I don't understand that. That bat chat HE'd himself and died and lost the game because of that. I don't know. We were going to lose, too. I mean, I kind of knew where that player was, but it wouldn't have mattered. It was already 970 on Supremacy cap, and there's no way I would have won that battle. Sometimes Supremacy is good, right? Sometimes Supremacy is nice, because it gives you two things. First of all, information of where the enemy team is. If somebody's capping a base, I know where they are, which means I also know where they aren't. That's huge. Second thing Supremacy does is it allows you to win on base cap if you have a really bad team. The downside of Supremacy is if you have a really bad team, you also might lose on base cap. I mean, that game, I killed the BZ-68. We got really lucky on that kill. Mainly, again, because of base cap. I probably could have killed the BZ if I had been given the opportunity to reload, which I would have with what that bat chat was doing. The bigger problem was the fact that the bigger problem was just base cap. That whole game, that was the problem I had, was base cap. And somehow we brought it back and won. That's kind of insane when you think about it. Okay, now what are we going to do in this game? Well, I'm going to push right here, and there you go. We have the enemy T-49 and all these other vehicles. There's a 457, and let's reload. Boom, 505. Just like that, we've already done 962 damage. Now we just reload. Now, the enemy team is 100% going here, and that's not necessarily good for me, because while this tank does have some really, really good abilities, it also has some really, really long reload, which is not necessarily what you want. But there you go, a nice 460 damage shell into that player. Not able to get the second shell into the Lanson, but that's fine. Enemy team is honestly already cooked. I mean, our Vickers is going to kill the Lanson. They're already down to Pantera, and all I need to do is reload a little bit longer, and we're going to climb up this hill and see what we can spot. We have the enemy KPZ, we have the enemy Vickers, there you go, 486. We get a bounce from the T-49, which, to be fair, isn't even that shocking. Let's move up and see if we can get some damage into the enemy MBT. Hello, good sir. How are you doing? Bonk. Okay, that was just a bad shot for me, I will admit. I should have aimed and I didn't, but it doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to reload for 10 more seconds. To win, though. I mean, these are the games that are just instant steamrolls, right? I mean, what are you supposed to do as an enemy player when this is the result you're given? The answer is, I guess, just quit, because it's cooked before you even have a chance to do anything. Get a nice shell into the 704 once, and nice shell into the 704 twice. A T-49 has failed to pen me twice, which is pretty sad when you think about it. KB5 is going to shoot the MBT. I have to wait 10 more seconds before I can deal any damage. 7, 6, 5, 4... Oh, I'm not even going to get any. This guy, yeah, our entire team was collapsing on him. Wow. That was pretty instant. That was pretty instant. I don't even think I did anything. I mean, I 2700's fine. If I didn't screw up that one shot on the Vickers MBT, I would have done over 3K, but oh well. I was kind of worried about that 704 shooting me, so instead of aiming, I snapped the shot, which I should have aimed. I don't know where the shell went. I think it went into his track instead of the hull, which is what I obviously wanted it to do, but oh well. We got a win, and after the last game I just fought, I will take a win at any single moment I can get one. That game on Mirage was just the dumbest thing ever. I mean, there are so many different areas that should have been a loss. The BZ-68 bounced me. Now, to be fair, the BZ-68 does not have a lot of gun depression. It's only got 6 degrees. And it also only has AP, meaning that my turret armor is actually quite strong against that vehicle. A lot of people don't realize this, but the Erich has very, very good turret armor. It's about 270 to 280 millimeters with enhanced using gun depression. And what that means is that, well, standard ammo is actually going to bounce your turret quite often. And because the BZ only has standard, it meant that that player probably couldn't actually pen my turret. So I'm not too surprised we got a bounce from that player. The Type 71 bouncing me, that was a little surprising, I won't lie. Now, the enemy team has a TVP and a Object 84. I hate this map. I think this is one of the worst maps in the game. And the reason why is just because how easy it is to get shot. So what we're going to do to start off with is... We're probably spotted. Yeah, we are. So I'm just going to sit here. I don't like moving up on this map because the enemy team has tank destroyers that might just nuke you. So we should be unspotted at this point. So I'm going to move up a bit. And we should be covered here. The enemy minnow, or not minnow, Waffenträger just got obliterated. There's our WZ, who does get a nice shell into that Object 84. And I'll chill right here, and we'll see if that object decides to poke, or what he decides to do. What is their medium? It's a TVP. Alright, well, just gonna keep waiting, I guess. Oh, we have the IS-7 moving up, though. That's pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna get into the base, and... Oh, the object went all the way into the enemy spawn. Ah, there it is. And we're spotted for 20 seconds, which really is annoying. Alright, well, I'm gonna cap this base. Our WZ is getting nuked. Yep, there it is. What a shocker. Camping TVP moment. Great, our IS-7 is just killing himself. Alright, let's see, where's that object gonna go? I assume he's gonna try and leave, and there you go, nice 434, sweet. Unfortunately, our heavy flank is not doing the best right now. I don't want to be shot by anything, so I'm gonna sit right here. We have to wait 10 more seconds for my shells to come back. There you go, TVP's getting... I'm not sure what this TVP is doing, to be real. I mean, is he gonna try and YOLO? What's he gonna try and do? Well, I can tell you what I'm gonna do, and that's, I'm gonna get a 433 damage shell into this player. I'm going to load in a high explosive and get out of the game, bozo. I actually think that player tried to YOLO me. Like, I think that's what their thought process was. Let's YOLO the Erich for no reason apart from the fact I can. Yep, there it is, camping minnow. I knew it. I knew that their frickin' minnow would be camping. Minnow players have no brain cells sometimes, and this map, you just run into problems like this, and it's very annoying when you do. It's aiming an easy 526 into the side of the minnow. 3, 2, 1, boom. And there you go. That's 1,000 health off that player. We didn't really do anything in terms of damage this game, to be entirely real. And it's not really the fault of the Erich. Again, when you're just shoved into these games, you don't have the opportunity to deal damage. Instant steamrolls. I mean, it wasn't an instant steamroll, but it definitely was a steamroll. Our IS-7 YOLO'd into the enemy spawn, the TVP tried YOLOing me, the Object 84 ran away, and that was it. It was done. As soon as we won medium flank, the game is over. And especially when you have a camping minnow, I mean, you're essentially just a waste of a player if you're going to camp in a minnow. I mean, sure, you might have done third on the team, but bro, your win rate says it all. Learn how to play a tank, stop camping. Especially, I don't even understand it. Like, I've said this in the past. Why would you grind the minnow and then camp in it? You had to have gone through the tier 7, which is a frontline heavily armored TD, the tier 8, which is a frontline heavily armored TD, the tier 9, which is a frontline heavily armored TD, and then get to the tier 10 and still have not used your collective 5 brain cells to realize, huh, maybe this tank's slow and maybe, you know, I'm getting bounces in it because it's not meant to be camped in. Like, if you want to camp in a tank destroyer, by all means. But why are we driving the Minnow? You have so many tanks that you could have gone for, like the 268, the Grill, the 4005, even heck the 183, and it would have been excusable. But why do we drive the most heavily armored TD in the game and then proceed to camp in it? That, to me, makes no sense. Alright. Let's see what we can do here in our game on Yukon. I don't really love Yukon, to be real. There's a lot of reasons why, but the major reason why is because if your team sucks on heavy flank, you don't really have much of an opportunity to save them when you're on the medium flank because you're so far away. I'm actually going to go to the bush over here. I like this spot better, especially if our team's going to cross. So let's move on up, and we'll see if we can get some damage. There you go. We have the enemy Bashation. That was a terrible shot. 3, 2, 1, bonk. There you go. Still a nice 480 damage into that RAAC. That player's game is already cooked. Alright, we're going to reload. We have the Emil, we got the Kari. Oh, there's the enemy Progetto. Okay, well, let's see what I can do here. I might try and help out my teammate in the Emil. I feel like it wouldn't be that out of the question for me to move up and get some damage into the Vicente. There's a 522. You bounced me once, and bye-bye. That's why you have teammates, because that Emil made the right play. Played aggressive, used their clipping potential, and got damage into that enemy Vicente. Problem that happened was that, obviously, the Emil is an autoloader, and got pushed by another autoloader. And that's when your tank is not nearly as strong. So let's aim it on the Progetto. Boom, 498. That player's taken out of the game. Oh, that's a 704. Well, unfortunate for me. Okay. See, that's where this gun is derpy. I did mention, the gun on this tank is incredibly derpy. And sometimes it misses some super duper easy shots. That there is prime example. That was not a hard shot at all to hit, and yet it completely missed. It's not really the tank's fault, it's just a little annoying when it happens, right? Alright, let's see what we can do here. We have the enemy 704, and I'm not really scared of that player. 704 is getting shot by the Emil. I'm going to move up myself, aim it on the side. There you go, nice 500. And let's aim it on the side of the 704. One more shot. Boom, 366. Alright, well, the only two tanks left are the enemy Ritter and the Barask. And let's go wide. We're already up to 2600 damage, which is pretty good. And what I'm hoping is that I can kind of just YOLO the Ritter, deal not only some ramming damage, but absolutely annihilate that player's hit points. So, we'll see. There's the Ritter. Hello, good sir. Oh, that was a terrible shot for me. I'm going to get one shell, at least, into this player. And boom. There you go. Ah, and he still hits that, of course. Am I going to die to the Barask? I don't think so. That player doesn't have a shot, so I'm not really worried. The Ritter is just such a dangerous tank to go up against. I mean, my tank is obviously really scary, but it does not discount the fact that the Ritter has 3,500 DPM. Like, that thing's crazy dangerous. I should have just YOLO'd the Ritter, but I was worried about that Barask YOLOing me, and I was right to be worried, because that Barask did try YOLOing me. But in retrospect, it would have just been smarter to YOLO the guy, take 1,000 off, and ram him. Either way, we still did 3,200, so it's completely fine. We did top in the team, and had a pretty solid result. At this point, we are at the 30-minute mark for victories in a row. I'm not exactly sure how many games that is, but to be fair, we still got really, really lucky with that Mirage game. I mean, yes, there was skill involved. There was definitely skill involved, but we got super lucky. I still don't understand why that Bashation decided to kill themselves. I thought they went AFK. My thought process is that they went AFK, and Wargaming blew their tank up because they were AFK. That does happen sometimes. At the end of a battle, if a tank is AFK for too long, it will actually blow up. Most of you have seen it happen. But that game, the game wasn't over, and it's just really weird. Really, really weird. Also, I'm 100% confident that 50 TP has been trying to get into my battles for a while, because I played earlier in the Kampfpanzer for a battle, and I went up against that player in the 4005, and they said hi to me. And then, miraculously, after seeing them in the 4005, and I was in my Tier 9, I fought them in their 50 TP in Tier 9. And now they're still in Tier 9, and I fought them again. So, okay, that was a crazy bad shot. That's insane how bad my RNG was right there. Wow, I can't believe that. That's some of the worst RNG I've had in a very, very long time right there. I don't know if that Ritter's poking. what I'm going to do is take a quick blind shot where the Ritter was before. However, I saw the shell hit the dirt from behind, so it did not hit. Well, we got a lot of tanks over here. What we don't have is anybody making a play. So when I get my shells back, I will make a play. In fact, I'll do it now. Let's see if I get spotted. Nope. All right. Let's move up. And we'll see if we can get some damage into these enemy players. We have the TS5 crossing in mid. Boom. 509 damage. It's obviously pretty important. There it is. The 704. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I call, like, this game we could lose because my RNG is really wanting me to lose. I mean, 2 super easy shots now have screwed me over. We had one on the Ritter, should not have missed, it did. One on the 704, should not have missed, it did. That's 2 results now where they shouldn't have missed and they did. That's really, really annoying. But we have the 704 over here. There you go. Nice 440 damage shell. And our Kampfpanzer misses the shot. Our team's not doing very good. Let's be real. This is quite a poor result from our team so far. What I will do is aim it on the 704. Get another low roll for 460, but it's fine. We're still bleeding them out. As long as our Kampfpanzer T92E1 do their rolls, we should be okay. I just need to reload. Alright. That player got bonked pretty hard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore the 704. I'm going to push up towards the Ritter because that Ritter needs to go. I hate Ritters. I think that might be the same one from the last game, and that player needs to get out of here. So there's a 545. Reloading, and see if we can bait that enemy. You know what? Honestly, I don't care. I'll shoot you back, and I'll hit you a lot harder than you hit me. That's a huge chunk of your health just gone. And that's a big dub. The enemy Brask is dead. The Ritter is now a 2-shot for me, which is huge. So what am I going to do? Well, we're going to reload. Don't know if that Ritter's going to try and get behind me or not, but that's what I'm thinking. So we're going to poke right here, and let's see. Let's see what this... Oh, there you go. Okay, well, guess what, dude? You may have shot me, but I will kill you, so I think I still won. Big dub for me. Let's back up. I told you I hate Ritter players, but you can still outplay them in this tank because I have 2 shots and they have 1, and not only that, but I have more alpha damage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and help out with the Kampfpanzer and take this 50 TP out of the game. See if I can do that. There you go. 50 TP just got shot. And we'll just squeeze right on behind. Bonk. There you go. Easy clear. And just like that, we got a win. Pretty good game. As we can see, Kampfpanzer still made quick work of the enemy. The gun is definitely troll. It is 100% troll. I mean, we got trolled out of 1,000 damage this game. When you have 500 damage and you miss a shot, it hurts. We had a super easy shot on that 704, misses. Super easy shot on the Ritter, misses. And those 2 shots could be the difference between winning and losing a battle. Especially that Ritter. Because that shot missed on the beginning of the game on the Ritter, I had to take another shot to kill him at the end of the game. It's just, when you have bad RNG, it hurts. And with the higher the alpha you go, the more it hurts, right? If you're in a bat chat and you miss a 270 damage shot, big whoop, it's not that big of a deal. But you miss a 500 damage shot, and that really starts to hurt. But here we are. We're on Canal. Another tier 8 game. We've been getting pretty lucky with the matchmaking. I still remember when Swetchman said that 99% of the time when you play tier 9s, you'll fight tier 10s. And this is perfect proof that that's not true. You fight games based on the matchmaker. If there's a more favorable match and there's more people in tier 8 than there are tier 10 or whatever it is, then you're going to be placed in tier 8. Wargaming does not specifically give you better or worse matchmaking in terms of tier placement because of what tank you're in or what tier you're in. It's kind of goofy. Alright, well, the enemy team is a WZ-120. They have an Avenir, and that's already, you know, some dangerous tanks. We're up against that same 50 TP. I am going to move up. I have an Object 84, and I'm hoping that the Object doesn't screw me over. You know, actually, I might be able to hit these players here if I back up. Well, I don't know if I can shoot through that gap. Nah, I'm not going to go for it. I'm just going to move up. Let's see. I have a feeling that they have a bunch of players camping. Let's see. Yeah, oh, 100%. Yeah, there it is. There it is, brother. Alright, well, we get 1 shell into the Avenir, and that player gets shot. Okay. Yep, there it is. There it is. There it is. Their whole frickin' team's camping, bro. Like, it's always the same thing. It's always the same 80 players camping. I have the Kari here, so YOLO me, dude. Yeah, good play. That was a really good play. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and the Kari's almost going to get in my way, and boom, 523. Yeah, that was a great YOLO, my dude. That was really good. You now have 180 health, and your game's over. Good job. All right, I may have lost some health, but it was 100% worth it. The 50 TP misses the shot, and now that gives me the ability to flex over here and hopefully not be spotted. I am not. Nice. Okay. And let's move all the way into this back spot. 50 TP gets shot, which is obviously really nice. Be the M4 Yo. I'm going to make a fairly basic guess and say that the enemy Waffenträger is still right there. Are they? No clue. We'll take one blind shot, and we'll take one more. Never hurts to take blind shots, especially when you don't have any other opportunity. Now, I could have shot that Avenir. Oh, and there's the Waffenträger, so at least we know where they are. This is not good, though. Our team is being rushed, and our team is not doing a super good job dealing with that rush. 704 did get a pretty good bleed into that 50 TP, though. And if I move right over here, we can aim it on the side of that 50 TP. Come on, poke it. You're not going to? Okay. Alright, I'm going to chill right here. Let's see if our Object 84 gets some spots out. Our team's not doing very good, but we do have base cap, so I'm going to be passive and just kind of wait. And we'll see if the enemy team makes some poor plays. There you go. 505 into the Avenir. And the Avenir is going to run away. Oh, imagine if that had hit. We're going up on base cap still, though. I mean, that's what we need right now. We need to win on base cap because the rest of our team is not doing very good. So if we can win this game on base, I think we'll be okay. I got to wait a little bit longer. 50 TP just got a super lucky bounce. However, I don't think it's going to matter too much because if I can aim it on the side of the 50 TP, there you go, 439, that player gets taken out of the game. That's obviously really, really important. And boom, 461 into the enemy Waffenträger. That's also really important because that bleeds that player out. We still have base cap advantage, and that's a huge, huge, huge advantage right now. So we're still doing okay. I'm actually going to make a smart maneuver, and that is the B overlook. Oh, there you go. We've already spotted base B. There's a 498 into the enemy Waffenträger, and they bounce me. There you go. That player's taken out of the game, and we leave. Perfect. That was a super important play I made. Sometimes you have to make risks, and that risk was 100% worth it. Now we're just going to chill here. 880 on the base cap. I'm going to climb up this hill if I can. And let's move right into this spot here. This way, if anything tries to move into base B, anything tries to move down this road, we can spot. And that's exactly my game plan. Let's see, is that WZ-120 going to back up? Indeed they are, but they're behind the building, so I can't do anything. 950 on the base cap now. Just going to keep waiting. Doesn't matter what I do at this point. We'll get a win. 970. And there you have it. That is a big dubberoni and cheese. Yeah, can't hit the Avenir. That's it. 1,000 on the base cap. See? Base cap is an important thing to have. Now, would we have won or lost this game? I don't actually think we would have lost. I think we still could have won this game. But base cap gave us a much easier victory because I was able to leverage the enemy team to make a push. It allowed me to outspot the Waffenträger and take that player out of the game, which was absolutely huge, as that is such a dangerous tank. So we did pretty good. We did have an annoying situation still where the team obviously kind of bled me a lot in the beginning of that battle. The enemy WT camping in the back, the Avenir camping in the back. I did not expect the Avenir to be sitting in that spot. And it's not even like they were a threat. I still hit them back a lot harder than they hit me. It's just, it's kind of annoying. Now this game, the enemy team only has one medium, and it's a WZ-120. But that doesn't mean I'm out of the clear. Because the problem is they could just YOLO their heavies over to this flank of the map as well, and that is a very, very scary thought. But it looks like my 50B and some of my other teammates are supporting me, so I think we'll be okay. I'm going to move up, and we'll see what we can do. Here we go. Alright. Well, the best thing you can do on this spawn is sit in this bush and detect enemy tanks as they roll around the corner. That's really the best play you can make. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And there you have it. Enemy 113 already over here. That's why you want to use this bush to your advantage, because there you go. Now we have the 60 TP. So we bounce the 60 because my RNG is amazing. And that's not great. But we know that the enemy team's here. That's really the gist of it. Knowing that the enemy team's here gives me a big advantage, because now we know what to be careful of, right? So that's why you always want to spot. Alright, we got to reload. Don't know how much support I have. I mean, I have teammates, but I don't know how much support these teammates are going to give me. So I got to be really careful. Yep, there you go. 519 into the enemy 113. 3. Oh, great. There it is. Brother. Yep, come on. YOLO me, you bozo. Do it. Yeah, come on. God, I freaking hate heavies sometimes, bro. I mean, I just lose all my health for no reason. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Are they in platoon? Yeah, they are. That's why. If they weren't in platoon, I would have been fine, but the fact that they were in platoon allowed them to get away with just a dumb play. That's so irritating. Alright, let's see. Got the 60 on the flank. Got the 113. There you go. Nice 521. And, yeah, that's right. Back off. Now, what I need to do is I need to back up. Because I'm not worried about these guys. I'm worried about something flanking through A. I don't have enough health to take a shot if something pushes A. What I can hope is that my 50B doesn't completely suck, because he might. He might throw this game. He's doing a very good job at it. Oh, there it is. That's what I was worried about. I might be cooked. I might be cooked. I might be a little cookered. Oh, there's the 100. 625 into that tank. That player did get bled a lot, at least. Oh, okay. That's also an important clear. Alright. Oh, good. And the 60 TP just got shot. Sweet. Let me load in a high explosive. 119. Damn. That really could have been important if it had hit. I don't think the WT can hit me. Yes! Okay. We brought it back, boys. We brought it back. Alright, we still have the MBTB in the back. And E100 just shot, which means I can put on my speed boost and rush the E100. Hello, good sir. Bonk, 475. And bonk, 250. You're taken out of the game. That's why we run calibrated shells, to guarantee those pens. Where are we going? 260? I guess we're going up here. See, this game was a little annoying because I didn't think that 60 was going to roll around the corner at the exact same time as the 113. That actually threw me off guard, and it could have really ruined my game. Thankfully, we had teammates, and it's why I wasn't too scared. I was a little worried they were going to YOLO over, but because, again, I had teammates... Oh. Okay. Oh. Alright, well, we're still fine. Same on the side of the WZ. Get an easy pen. Waffenträger is not looking at me. Oh, and there goes the WT. Well, that player got incinerated. We are going to reload for 10 more seconds, and then we should be able to get some damage into the WZ. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and WZ is in the open. Oh, 549. And you know what? I'm going to be a greedy player. There you go. 552 into the IS-7. I could have shot the WZ, but why do that when I can get a little bit more free damage? Sweet. Well, another pretty good game. 4,500 damage. And we wait 5 seconds. We'll have our shot. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and you bounced, which means I get even more damage. Thank you. Sweet. Well, that was a very good game. That was probably our highest farm yet. Take a look at the post-game results here. I was close to 5,000. Indeed, 4,849. First class. And another pretty solid result. Well, we are at the 44-minute mark now. Even if we lose, I'm not going to be mad. Like, 44 minutes in this meta, in any tank, is pretty impressive. Even one as overpowered as the Erich Concept 1. I don't think I could go this long in an E50M, but this tank is just able to manipulate the games in such a way. I mean, I would honestly argue that I have been the direct result of at least 2 to 3 victories now. 100% the Mirage game, 100% that Canal game, and even that last battle we played we were a huge distraction, which allowed our team to get away with some plays. I don't know why our 50B made that YOLO. That was definitely an interesting maneuver, but it's fine, because I guess it worked out in the end. As I said, the craziest part about this tank is you can just outtrade heavies. I mean, most tier 10 heavies have about 400 to 460 alpha. And this tank can just outtrade that. The enemy VZ55, 460 alpha. This tank does 500. So I can literally just deal more damage than that player. Now, I don't have the hit points to trade with that player, but just the fact that I can even outdamage them is it's kind of crazy. So this game, the enemy team has two tanks that are mobile. They have a 1-2-1, and they have a boss Chatillon. Alright, well, I'm sorry, Batchat, I'm not going to support you because our 1-2-1 doesn't want to help, and as good as my tank is, I'm a tier 9, I'm not a tier 10, and therefore I will not play it like a tier 10. What I'm going to do is make my way to this crossing right here. There's the enemy 1-2-1, and we'll see if anybody tries. Oh, good driving, Batchat. Very skilled, my dude. I'm glad I did not go with this bat chat, because judging from their driving skills, I would not have had a teammate. Well, let's see if that 1-2-1 decides to poke this, or what they actually decide doing. And come on, 1-2-1. Nope, he's just bleeding out our teammates. Well, what a shocker. Alright, let's keep waiting here, and we'll see if that 1-2-1 decides to poke. Good job, 60. You've only bled every single hit point known. This is 100% going to be a loss. This is an awful team. Yeah, great job. Wow. I haven't even done anything. These guys are just killing themselves, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, my God. Oh, there it is. 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on, game. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to enjoy this game when you're... Yeah, this is cooked. This is it. I opened my mouth, I spoke too soon, I said we had good teams, and that's it. It's over. It's 100% over. There's only so much you can do. And this is 100% one of those results where it's cooked. It's 100% cooked. There's a nice 498 into the enemy bat chat. 3, 2, 1, boom. 466. I mean, that's really good damage, but unfortunately, our E5 looks like he's dead. And the 1-2-1 is now going to rush my Contra Caro, which I can't do anything about. What I can do is watch him die, I guess, because that's about all I can do. Let's reload, and there you go. One nice shot, and let me aim it on the Contra Caro. There you go, 625. That's pretty good. You know what? I take it back. It is still winnable. Somehow, this game is still winnable, because the Lorraine 50-ton is not... Oh, my God. But these players suck so much. They suck so much, brother. Alright, let's aim it on the 50... Or the VZ. Okay, that bounced. Oh, good job, 1-2-1. My bounce is bogus. The 1-2-1 definitely should not have bounced that. Just kill him. Thank you. But, again, it won't make a difference. Got the 1-2-1 on my flank. And it's cooked. I mean, it's 100% cooked. That guy is over there. The only hope that I can make at this point is that maybe I can, like, ammo rack this player. Let's aim it on the side of the Lorraine. There you go. 508. That's pretty good. And let's hope. If the 1-2-1 shows me his side... Nope, I was really hoping that could be an ammo rack. And our 1-2-1 lost to the Lorraine! Bro! How are you so bad at this game? How did you lose to the Lorraine? You have so much more DPM! Oh my God, what a bozo, my dude! If that 1-2-1, my shot on the VZ was really, really unfortunate. But once the VZ shot me, he had no more damage output. All the 1-2-1 had to do was sit, aim it on his lower plate for a second, kill him, boom, VZ's out of the game. Then after killing the VZ, just rushed the Lorraine, kill the Lorraine. I even brought him down to a one-shot, dude. What are we doing? Ah, man, it's not the 1-2-1's fault we lost. It's 100% players like the 60 TP who YOLO in deals 0 damage and throw, or the bat chat who was driving into me instead of actually helping me. But it's really annoying when you have a game like that, which legit was super winnable, and you lose because your teammates are actively trying to choose the path of most resistance. It's whatever. We still won 50 minutes of battles, which in total was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row. That's pretty crazy when you actually think about it. And it shows why this tank is so darn overpowered. It's crazy. But either way, Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, you know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!